Hello, this is Chaplain McMullan. I'm coming to you from my office at the Little Rock Air Force Base Chapel. I am going to share with you a little bit about my desire to become an active duty chaplain. I'm currently on an active duty tour under Task Force True North Backfill, so I'm on an MPA tour here, and previously I'd been on a 3-year extended active duty tour at Malmstrom Air Force Base, where I switched over components from reserves to active duty for a temporary time in order to do that backfill. So I've had a taste of the active duty world, and for the last 4 years I've actually been on active duty, and it's because of that experience that I feel like that my life has taken a change in a new direction. I had previously, before this last year, had always seen myself as serving in a part-time capacity in a more limited role in the reserves, and I was glad to do it. I saw my primary role as that of a senior pastor of the local church, and in 2014, and around the time of October, I got an opportunity that was presented to me for consideration to consider a 3-year active duty tour. And at that time I thought that I would do a 3-year tour and come back to the reserves, go back to being a senior pastor. At the end of my 3-year tour, I was afforded another opportunity and to stay in the active duty role and to go back to the reserves and backfill. And so for the next 3 years, I had the opportunity to serve as an active duty chaplain in the reserves. And in the last year, though, I've become to realize that I feel like this is my calling and that my primary focus needs to be on active duty chaplaincy. So as a Southern Baptist, I like to focus on ministry in the local community. I like to focus on international missions, and I'd like to think that my vision is for a vision that's bigger than me or bigger than my city. I've got a personal mission statement, which is that I want the world to know that my God is the one true God. So as a Southern Baptist, my goal is to serve my God with complete faithfulness. And in order to do that, I have to be a good neighbor, and the Bible teaches us that we need to love others as we love ourselves, and it's through loving others that we show the love of God. And so I believe in a servant ministry mentality, and I have found that my leadership philosophy and that of my faith is well suited to the chaplaincy. Here at Little Rock Air Force Base, we have a vision for being spiritually resilient and having spiritually resilient and healthy airmen at work and at home. And I really like that vision. I know that it fits in well with the vision of the Air Force Chaplain Corps, which is to glorify God through serving airmen and pursuing excellence. So in my ministry as a chaplain, I was pleased to find out that I would be able to serve as a pastor and continue to preach and have opportunities to lead in the local church environment. So I have been fortunate at Malmstrom to be given the opportunity to be the senior pastor of the Protestant parish, and I am the lead pastor of the Protestant parish here at Little Rock Air Force Base as well. And in my ministry to the parish, it models very closely what I would say is a local church ministry. However, there's an additional and exciting component of my job as a chaplain, which is to do unit visitation and to advise leaders. And so what I do in that capacity with our chapel priorities here at Little Rock Air Force Base is I provide delivering really ministry to our airmen and to our leaders by focused ministry execution. And so we try to have an annual, or as they call it now, an airman ministry plan. And our plan is to take care of airmen and to advise leaders at all levels, to develop our chaplain corps leaders, and to have intentional team-focused self-care. As a chaplain, we want to follow after the model of normalizing help-seeking behavior. We want to encourage folks who are in need to seek help. And so I am one of many resources that folks can come to and often do come to. But I like to think that we are part of a total force effort. So I often collaborate with mental health as well as the Airman Family Readiness Center. And in many cases, I will personally escort someone over and give a warm handoff just to make sure that they are supported throughout the entire process. I feel that if given the opportunity to serve as an active duty chaplain, I would like further career progression. I've experienced my initial assignment at Keesler Air Force Base in the AATC environment. I've been able to go to Malmstrom and have a global strike experience, and at McCord for 6 months, and now here in AMC environment. And everywhere I have been, it's been a wonderful experience, and it's made me more well-rounded, and I'd like to develop more as a leader and as a chaplain. I'd like to see other areas of the Air Force and be provided opportunities to continue to develop in my leadership and to grow personally. I've been afforded an opportunity coming up in January. I was very fortunate that this wing was able to get me an active duty slot for SOS. So I'm going to be going to SOS in residence, which is something I've been really wanting to do. And so now I'm going to be afforded that opportunity. And I look forward to the challenge and look forward to the opportunity to grow. And I enjoy being around our airmen and our leaders. And so to learn a little bit more about how they think, to be able to glean more experience from those experiences, and to be more well-rounded is what I'm looking forward to. And so I hope to have this opportunity. Thank you for your time, and look forward to being able to continue my service to our country as an active duty chaplain. Thank you. God bless.